Yeah, that sounded way too much like church. That was my bad, guys. That just killed the vibe. Like, I did not mean to hit the wrong countdown like that. Like,
oh my god.
Anyway, everyone, welcome to the Swamp Creatures Podcast, episode 60. Tonight we have my good buddy Chris Bertman from Timcast on, who I had on Culture and Decay.
How's it going, man?
Dude, it's great having you on. My God, dude, your army is already in the chat, bro.
I know. I just saw oh my god, I don't know what I started.
Well, man,
what do we have here? They're all in here, dude.
Anyway, man, for those who might not be familiar with introduce yourself.
I'm Chris Bertman. I'm a writer for Timcast. Apparently, I'm also a meme.
Nice.
I mean, there's worse things to happen in life.
Yep. Yeah, no, I write for Timcast, and I've done some writing in the past, and apparently I'm turning into an internet personality on our little corner of the internet.
Let's go.
Shit, man, that's awesome. So, I guess I'll just kind of dive right in here and just ask, how exactly did you get started in working for Timcast?
So, I've always been interested in writing a lot of, fiction back in the day. I graduated from university with my degree in English creative writing. I kind of got jaded with the whole, it was very social justice-y. You weren't allowed to write about certain things or else people would get mad. And anyway, I kind of went into a blue-collar job for 5 years or so. I started getting frustrated with it. I decided to look for some work writing on the side. I got hired. Well, not hired, but it was I'm working with the Daily Caller for a little bit. And one day I just saw on Twitter, Cassandra, the editor-in-chief for Timcast, was looking for people. And I told her that I was available and I was looking to write. Didn't think anything of it, whatever. I'm not going to get anything, nothing back. They're not going to read it. Within a minute, she was sending me a DM asking for more information. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Was that easy? So the rest is history.
Sometimes it really is as simple as you'll never know unless you ask.
Yeah, exactly.
Half the job showing up.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it is right on time. I just showed up right at 6 o'clock. For those of you in the chat, sorry, came in from work. I'm in the Panhandle, so I'm an hour behind you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Or I don't know where you're based out of, but Mitch is Eastern time over in Orlando.
Yeah, we're both Florida. That's the thing with the Swamp Creatures. We're all Florida men here.
Okay, all right.
Florida man.
Florida men. Yeah, it really does sound weird saying that out loud.
Soon to be a slur. It's fine. Soon to be a slur in the next 20 years or so. It'll be fine. You can't put man after anything anymore anyway. That's fine.
No, I had to change my last name. Bertman. It's Bert, they, them.
Yeah, there you go.
Bert Person.
Bert
Person. Yeah, Bert Person's probably, yeah, that's probably better.
It sounds too much like that Rick and Morty thing, bird person.
I think that's what makes it good, really. That's what makes it good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take it.
Yeah. Or it could be worse. It could be Bort.
Is it Robert, or is it just where did your mom just name you Bert? Is
Actually,
it Albert?
my name is Chris.
Your name's Chris? They just call you Bert?
No, yeah, my name is Chris Bert. But
Chris
what's
Bertman.
funny is, when there's a lot of people that have the same name, usually people will start calling them by their last names just to defer who they're talking to. That's always been the case for me, no matter if there was 5 Chris's in the room or I was the only one. For some reason, people always thought my name Bertman was they just call me Bertman.
Yeah.
So then Bertman now, with this whole thing, has just kind of been shortened into Bert.
Yeah. Sorry, I obviously did my homework here. I've been a busy guy last few weeks.
Funny.
Yeah, you're very good, man. You eventually we need you to graduate from being a not lawyer into a lawyer.
Yeah, I passed half the Florida bar. So that means I failed the Florida bar. I have to take it again. I have to take a half of it. So we're whittling it down right now. That's how it's going for me.
We're rooting for you, Rock.
Thanks.
But Anyway, Chris, with you, Bert. Damn, now I'm like all off base.
I've got like 5 different names. Pick whichever one you want, man.
I say the same thing to people, so trust me, I get that. But another reason I thought it'd be good to have you on is just because of everything going on in the news right now, and boy, do we have some crazy news stories to kind of go through here. And I don't know, I thought it would just be good to kind of kick it off with what I think is probably the funniest one we have tonight, which is Elon Musk. Basically, this BBC journalist tries to kind of get him in a gotcha moment, and it doesn't exactly go the way the journalist would think. And, you know, me and you, Bert, we both walked in the world of independent journalism. I'm sure if you got some great interview, you'd come ready with like backup questions in case the interview went a certain way. Like there's so many, like I try to plan out interviews, especially when it's someone like high profile. If you're interviewing Musk and you want to try and get him in a gotcha moment, be ready for if he comes back.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
so,
you would think.
You would think. Like, I don't know what this guy expected, but let's get right to it.
I mean, I would only just add that, we have spoken to people who have been sacked that used to be in content moderation. And
I want to get the audio up a little bit on that one. A little bit louder would be good.
There's not enough people to police this stuff.
Can you hear it better?
Particularly around hate speech.
I don't think it changed much.
That's a little tough to hear. Hold, let me close my window real quick. I got a dog next door.
No problem. Rob, is there any way that you could pull this up on your end? Because I seem to be having some trouble here.
Yeah, shoot the link in the private chat, and I'll post it. I'll do it.
Sorry about that. They wait till I'm live before they start barking.
Used to be in content moderation. And
Always happens when things are live.
Yeah.
All right.
Looks like a good setup for him to ruin the whole interview, though. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh no, like it looks like beautifully done. Like you could tell they were probably hoping like, oh, this is gonna look great. This is gonna be as great as that interview. There was that one interview with the guy when he was interviewing Trump where like he had that just look of like foul disgust on his face when Trump handed him some document.
All right, and I'm gonna lower the lo-fi music. So hopefully this is gonna be this is gonna be full volume from what I can get now. So let me know if you can still not hear it. Chat, keep us updated on this one.
I mean, I would only just add that we have spoken to people who have been sacked that used to be in content moderation, and we've spoken to people very recently who were involved in moderation, and they just say there's not enough people to police this stuff, particularly around hate speech in the company. Is that
what hate speech are you
address?
talking about? I mean, you use Twitter,
right?
Do you see a rise in hate speech?
I mean,
but just a personal anecdote, like what?
Yeah, dude.
My
like a deer in headlights.
I would see I get more of that kind of content, yeah, personally. But I'm not going to talk to the rest of for the rest of Twitter.
So you see more hate speech personally?
I would say I would see more hateful content in that.
Content you don't like or hateful? What do you mean to describe a hateful thing?
Yeah, I mean, just content that will solicit a reaction, something that may include something that is slightly racist or slightly sexist, those kinds of things.
So you think if something is slightly sexist, it should be banned?
No,
is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything.
Notice how he's kind of like flipped this thing on this guy.
Yeah. Who's asking the questions here? Yeah, I mean it. If you really want to see hate on Twitter, go follow our friends over at the Tower Power Hour. But other than that, like, I really have enjoyed this whole thing from our end, our libertarian end of things, watching Elon Musk kind of clean house over at Twitter. And it's not even like he's doing a perfect job either, in my opinion, from our perspective, right? He's still censoring. There's some accounts still banned out there that we would like to see active.
There's that, and like just people who still get banned for other things now. But the way I look at it is Elon's definitely a free speech guy, but he's not an absolutist like us. So free speech, just don't shit on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right.
Well, I'm just curious. I'm trying to.
Do you have something to say? Did you have something to say there, Bert? Or
Well, I like how he said, "I don't want to speak for all of Twitter." Like, but that's what you're doing right now, buddy.
yeah, right.
You're literally doing that.
Everyone hates it.
Trying to box us in, trying to corner us.
Everyone hates it. Everyone agrees.
God, I hate that.
That's not a bad retarded Trump impression either. That's pretty good.
Content. And I'm asking for specific examples. And you just said that if something is slightly sexist, that's hateful content. Does that mean that it should be banned?
Well, you've asked me whether my feed, whether it's got less or more. I'd say it's got slightly more.
That's why I'm asking for examples.
Right.
Can you name one example?
I honestly don't use. Honestly, I
You
don't.
can't name a single example.
I'll tell you why. Because I don't actually use that for you feed anymore. Because I just don't particularly like it.
But you
And
said
actually, a lot of people are quite similar. I only look at
hang on
my
a second.
following.
You said you've seen more hateful content, but you can't name a single example, not even one.
I'm not sure I've used that feed for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and
Well, then how did?
Then why are you interviewing me?
If this was going to be your gotcha, wouldn't you like cherry pick a few accounts? Like, it's not hard to even just go make some sock puppets and make some terrible comments.
Yeah, I would have kept a couple things in my back pocket.
Yeah, like.
Second of all, Elon's looking thick. He's been touching the Bud Lights a little bit. He's looking like me right now, dude. He's a thick boy. He's a thick boy.
Hell yeah, Thick Boy Nation. What's up?
Yeah, let's go. He's not riding on a rocket to Mars anytime soon. Heard you got to be in shape for that. Right.
How did you see that hateful content?
Because I've been using Twitter since you've taken it over for the last 6 months.
Okay, so then you must have at some point seen your hateful content. I'm asking for one example.
Right.
And you can't give a single one.
And I'm saying
I say, sir, that you don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
Yes, because you can't give me a single example of hateful content, not even one tweet, and yet you claimed that the hateful content was high.
Well,
that's a false.
No, what I claimed.
false.
What I claimed was there are many organisations that say that that kind of information is on the rise. Now, whether it has on my feed or not. I mean, right, and
literally
if you look at something
one.
like the Strategic Dialogue Institute in the UK, they will say that. So
look, people will say all sorts of nonsense. I'm literally asking for a single example, and you can't name one.
Right, and as I already said, I don't use that feed. But
then how would you know that?
I don't think this is getting anywhere.
You literally said you experienced more hateful content, and then couldn't name a single example.
Right, and as I said,
that's absurd.
I haven't actually looked at that feed.
Then how would you know there's hateful content?
Because I'm saying that's what I saw a few weeks ago. I can't give you an exact example. Let's move on. We only have a certain amount of time. COVID misinformation.
Wow.
He just all right. Let's move on.
Yeah, nice.
Anyway.
I don't know if you heard it. Somewhere in the middle there, he did say something along the lines of, "You don't know what you're talking about, sir."
Yeah. Was there more at the end, or is that good on the clip?
That was basically the meat of the whole thing there, at least from what I had seen.
Man, what a knucklehead.
Mm-hmm.
What did you expect from pressing that button in an interview like that, you know?
I would have had like some examples. I would have expected him to push back a little, you know?
Like, if that's your agenda, you know, whatever, but fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
ridiculous.
It's hard, you know, honestly, we could turn off the lo-fi for right now. Here, let me get that. But Rob's pissed. Rob, I don't know if your mic is supposed to be off, but it is. But
I said, shut the fucking lo-fi music off, Rob. We're trying to be serious.
Shut the fucking lo-fi music off. God damn it.
Yeah, that was actually a mistake. I was just trying to type in. I was actually just trying to type in there. If you have any other clips that you want to just go ahead and send them to me, because my audio's, I guess, working better than yours.
Yeah, for some reason the volume bar just is not wanting to appear. Probably got to clear some cookies or some stupid shit. But
I'm actually gonna dip out for 1 second, work on some technical things, and get the Rodecaster hooked up real quick.
Wow, this is working great tonight.
No, it's fine. No, it's super. You know, well, see, I got my new Shure mic in, and I wanted to use it so bad. I was just running late. You know what? No, we'll hang out. I'm sorry. I'm taking the attention.
Dude, I'm just busting your balls, buddy.
We're fucking live, Rob. I get it. All right, let's go.
I'm just busting your balls, man.
That's fine. I'm gonna take this back to the Swamp Creatures tradition and do the 2-drink minimum here. We used to do a 2-drink minimum when we were 1/6, well 2/6 of the Swamp Creature. So, cheers, boys.
Cheers to with coffee, I guess. So.
Woo!
That's what I'm fucking bouncing off walls here. Right. But yeah, Rob, I thought you had some pretty I know. We got to get those super chats all set up, bro.
He wants to give money.
I know.
Thank you.
Man, just take.
I mean, I don't even dude. Is that a thing? Don't we need a certain amount of followers to get that? Is that just a thing you can get?
I have no idea.
Because if we're dropping the ball, we're dropping the ball. That's unacceptable on our end. And Derek Minson, we will fucking make it.
We'll get there someday.
Give us a follow.
Work in progress with the Swampcast Network. We don't exactly have that Timcast money over here.
Yeah, so this is a good time to, since we're talking about it, Mitch and I are picking this up and running with it basically now. We had like 6 hosts, and during COVID that was easy and it was fun. We get on here and drink and talk libertarian Florida politics every Friday night usually. And so after COVID stopped, people got busy and got different jobs, and time took hold of everyone. So here and there we have the old guests on, but right now Mitch and I are trying to run with this thing and keep it going. So which we're more than happy to do. Like, we both want to do a Florida libertarian podcast. So that's where we're going from this point forward, pretty much, I would say, right? Actually, no, next week at the Florida convention, we're gonna have the whole crew together and Liberty Dad with us. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, but shout out to Liberty Dad.
Mm-hmm,
good guy. Yeah. Great guy, DL Cummings.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll be the ones kind of running things, at least from here on out. And the original guys are always welcome back. That door is open.
Always. And they'll probably drop in because they still have our password. They actually could hack us at any moment.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there are probably some. If there's any security issues, it's with the fellow swamp creatures. Like, shit, now they're loose ends.
Acknowledge me, goddammit, Bert. What's up, man?
It's like he's Roman Reigns in the chat. Acknowledge me.
Right.
What's our next piece of news? There's a lot of news popping off, and I want to get to it. We're already 20 minutes in.
Yeah, no, we got a lot of funny stuff here. Just kind of, since we were just on the Elon Musk thing before this, so NPR is pretty pissed that people are acknowledging that they're national and public.
Yeah, it's almost like it's in the name.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say about that. It's like,
yeah.
What does the N and the P stand for?
Mm-hmm.
Every time a chat pops up and it just says Bert or Bert, I'm posting it.
I know. I was gonna say something and I saw Bert. Like, oh, I did that. Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Oh, here we go. Another one.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, but NPR, I guess PBS is now pissed about the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find it great because it just kind of shows that saying that you're a government news source kind of discredits you to a certain extent.
Well, this isn't like Antifa, where they say, oh, we're anti-fascist. It's in the name. We can't be fascist. Well, this is NPR, National Public Radio. But no, if you actually look into it, they do actually receive public funding. They do actually receive funds from the government. So it's like, I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Don't tell people our name. It's pretty. I would like to see the same interview set up that we just saw with Elon, with like whoever is complaining over there at NPR, but with Elon Musk doing the interviewing. It'd be like, isn't your name? And then it'd be about 2 minutes long, and that's about all we need for the satisfaction of our kind of people who are in this crowd in this chat right now.
Well, I mean, NPR has just become downright idiotic over the years, like freaking articles about the white supremacist origin of bird names.
What is that?
I'm not even kidding.
I believe it.
I'll pull it up here. I'll bring the receipts. But like NPR has gotten pretty retarded when it comes to stuff like that.
Whoa. I mean, I have heard some pretty racist parakeets in my day. I live in Pensacola. It's pretty much southern Alabama. So, people teach their birds weird things. But the bird really should censor himself.
The bird?
The bird. Yeah. So what is the Bertmaning? What are you planning on doing with the Bertmaning since we have you cornered?
Our initial plan was to just be acknowledged on Timcast IRL, and that happened, and it was magnificent. And so now I don't know. I know there's been like a small group of people that have been like petitioning for me to be on the show, and I'm just like, hey guys, I don't run the show. I know I do PCC, Pop Culture Crisis. They're the pop culture show. I'm actually going to be on tomorrow, but this whole thing has like gotten way past me. It's hilarious, thank God. It's all in good fun, but open-ended. I don't know, man. We'll see, because we had actually I reviewed a comic book by Matt Battaglia. And somebody wrote on the Amazon product page in the comments, Bert, and I was like, dude, you got to be fucking kidding me. Like, this shit is getting everywhere.
They love you, dude. They're eating it up.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not okay with it. This is fine.
Right. Yeah.
So with all this popular support, I got to ask, how long until the Timcast coup?
Well, DM me about it. We'll talk. I don't want to put it out in the open.
That's good. Lower voices.
Exactly. Keep it down. People can hear.
First up, lower your fucking voice.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm just messing around. But no, that's kind of funny though, how organic stuff like that could happen and just kind of come about.
Dude, it's hilarious. They actually put out a sticker of my freaking face.
Wow.
I was just like, you got to be fucking kidding. I bought like 10 of them.
So you're just pushing it into the universe. You're like, yeah, not pushing it, but you're just, you did your little nudge, Like,
I didn't start it.
Yeah.
But I also didn't tell them to stop.
Right. Yeah. Why would you?
Why would I? Exactly. It's free advertising. I mean, this is pretty funny. Some of the memes, they're fucking fire. So I was like, I can't put pour water on this shit. No.
Do we have any of the memes available here?
Oh shit!
Mitch?
I could probably get some of those up. If anything, that's no problem.
Okay. Yeah, if you go through I think my Twitter feed, there's fucking shitload.
That's how I've seen all these memes. It's just it's going through Twitter, dude. I'm not in the Discord, so literally, out of the blue one day, I'm just seeing all this shit popping up in my feed, and I'm just like, what the hell,
dude? It's oh, you know what? Oh, I think I got. Let me see. Let me see if I can send it.
Shit, right there.
What?
Right away.
Yeah.
One of the first things that pops up.
I fucking love that one. That was great.
Apparently, that guy got arrested now. The look at me, I'm the captain now. I was listening. I think it was Legion of Skanks today, and they said he got arrested for something wild. So he is not the captain. Oh, that's hilarious.
That one was hilarious. I think that one was from Dead. Damn it! I keep forgetting the actual name because everybody started changing their names to Bert in the chat. Dead Tube. I think that was Dead Tube. I could be wrong.
For anyone just listening, it's Alex Pereira knocked out on the ground after Israel knocked him out this past weekend with Tim Pool's face and says Timcast IRL and Bertcast IRL crudely pasted with his face on it over the referee just tending to him.
The crudely pasted faces are what make the meme.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's pretty good. If you were Canadian, I would throw a little slit right at the mouth, just like South Park. That would be even better.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Someone in that chat saying it was Dead Tube.
Oh yeah, okay, it was Dead Tube. Shout out to Dead Tube.
These are fun.
Oh,
These are
the
fun,
Trump
man.
one. They put it. There we go. The sticker.
Those are the
It's the
stickers.
sticker.
Those are the stickers. The Trump picture just above. When he went to court, they put one over his face with me.
That's gold.
Is that actually? Is that a real photo of him flipping off the camera, or is that
No,
photoshopped?
no
That's
way.
got to be shopped. That's got to
No,
be
it's
shopped.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
It's under the category of too good to be true.
That's
Okay.
pretty good right there.
For
So
those
that
who,
one, there's a ton of people that they liked the meme, they participated in the meme, and then there's a handful of like new users, and then just a couple who are like, I want to have some serious conversations, guys. And it's like, yeah, I get it, but it's just a dumb meme. But then it's like eventually some of those people have come around to the whole, all right, fine, Bert, it's kind of funny.
it's just internet niches, man, got like funny memes like this.
Oh, I know.
Well, what's great is it really helps create a sense of community too, which is nice.
Yeah, well, that's the nice thing is like Tim was literally talking about. Oh, Jesus, God.
Especially,
Are we getting well, I mean, I would say we getting demonetized, but let's face
we
it,
make
that's not a
no
problem.
money. That the funniest thing about that one is they had to remove some dick. They had to Photoshop the dick out of that one to put that face on there. What is this?
My God.
You were talking about the whole getting your name set on the air and everything like that. There we go.
Yeah. No, Tim saw. Oh, I just messaged you one. Tim saw that one. I made it personally. But basically, I had somebody reaching out being like, "Oh, you're famous. You're a celebrity." And I was like, "Dude, I'm just some guy who shit posts on the internet. That's all it is." I go down to the grocery store and I tell them, "Hey, I'm famous on Timcast Discord." They're like, "Yeah, that'll be $27.99, sir."
That's basically it.
Yeah.
Here, 1 second. I got that. I got this. Here we go. They don't even know I'm famous on the Timcast Discord.
That's amazing.
I always love these memes that are just like crudely drawn. They're not even stick figures. They're just like a step up from the stick figure. Those are my favorite.
Right.
Yeah. All right. That was a good break from the seriousness of our collapsing society. So that's good. I'm gonna have to join this Discord.
Yeah.
Join the Timcast Army. Do I have to pay is it the $5 a month? I've been holding out.
I think so we have a couple. There's like $10 just to become a basic member. If you pay $25, you become VIP immediately.
Why are we plugging Timcast? Now, why did I just do that? I don't know. I'm
you know
sorry,
what?
Dude. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Because they're getting the rub from us.
Dude, he don't.
Clearly,
they
need
don't need any more. Yeah, y'all need the Swampcast bump. That's what you need. I found out what you're missing. You need the Swampcast bump. It'll help you on the Rumble views. That's what's gonna happen.
There. Oh my God.
What's fucking next, Mitch? That I'm feeling good now.
Well, you had before the show when we were talking on the phone, you said you had some pretty wild stuff going on there in the news too. Was I right? I mean, there was the Pentagon leaks that I know you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I wanted to see if Bert had anything to say about that. They just arrested a guy today. I saw they arrested him based off a picture on his social media. They matched it with they matched a picture of the leaked documents with his tabletop, his cabinet top, not his cabinet top, his countertops, which is wild.
So I haven't really read into the story at all. I saw it pop up. I was getting that that story, and somebody was talking about the Dobbs decision. The Roe v. Wade overturning.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about that guy getting caught too. I don't know which one was a joke, so I kind of confused the two.
Yeah, if our government's hard on anything, it's the whistleblowers and nonviolent drug offenders. But mostly whistleblowers.
Sure,
it's insane. Yeah, I just wanted to see if you had to take it, but it's really fresh news, honestly, him getting taken in. But the way I see it, he's probably if what he was saying is true, and it seems like from the government reaction and the Pentagon's reaction, all of it is true. He's going to be looked at probably from from our perspective as like an Edward Snowden type or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like when I was kind of skimming through it.
Yeah, let me look up his name so we can actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, I actually don't know who the individual here at the center is. It's crazy how this always seems to happen every so many years, though, where someone seems to leak a bunch of this kind of stuff.
Yeah, Jack Texera is identified as suspected leaker of the 2023 Pentagon document leak. And what all those documents hold, I haven't had the opportunity to look through it yet. But I heard, I was watching Breaking Points with Crystal and Sagar. I got on them this past year because they're good balance. Obviously don't agree with everything there, but they were saying it's embarrassing for the United States. There's some stuff that's embarrassing for Ukraine and Russia in there. So it's all around a pretty big leak in the intelligence community. So yeah, I mean, look how fast they rounded him up. They found him pretty fucking quick.
Yeah,
they still can't find the pipe bomber from January 6th, right?
Yeah, right. Admin for Air Force. Yeah, no, yeah, I did see he was in the Air Force. Saying they get way too much access. Yeah, didn't he post on? It was some of the shit was posted on like a Minecraft Discord, right?
Yeah, that's what I was reading.
That actually doesn't surprise me though, because there is a Minecraft Discord that is like a banned archive of just all banned literature and stuff like that.
Yeah, they had like a Library of Alexandria server, right? Yeah, it's a huge thing. Dude, it's amazing what people build in there. That's apparently that's where all the leaked information is. I mean, I've always wanted security clearance. Now I just need to pay $20 to play Minecraft, apparently. So that's cool.
Man.
That's all I had for that. Like, I really wanted to know what Bert thinks about that, but
I'm not surprised that they're coming down so hard.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
I'm not.
I'm going to be following it, though. It's very interesting stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it seems, on that note, though, too, I will say, it seems like Julian Assange's name I've been seeing pop up a lot more recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think his dad was making some hubbubaloo again about hubbubaloo, like it's not a big deal. Sorry, guys. Like, it's definitely a huge deal. But, yeah, I have seen his name in the news a lot more recently, too.
Yeah, I know somebody had they made a fake post about how he unalived himself.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't want to say something where we're going to get in trouble on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's right. We're going full 1984 here, changing our vocabulary.
Yeah. God damn it. For me, trying to self-censor, this is going to be really hard, guys.
No, it looks like some Democrats. This is via the Hill. Democrats called for Garland to drop charges against Assange. So some efforts from the Democrats trying to get the charge dropped. He has 17 counts under the Espionage Act. So we'll see if they can drop all those. Let's see. Rashida Tlaib, Jamal Bowen from New York, Corey Bush, Greg Caesar from Texas, AOC, Ilhan Omar, and Ayanna Pressley. So, yep. I guess they're not terrible on every single issue, right? But
yeah,
the squad, God.
The squad's coming up. Yeah.
I mean, I knew Tlaib was in on that. I didn't realize AOC and Omar were as well. I guess Omar, I could see that, but AOC, that's surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and again, they come through with a fucking dub, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Every now and again.
Yeah. And that's the common ground, though. Like, you have to be able to find common ground with everyone in this day and age, right? When we're so polarized between Democrats and Republicans, and especially us from the more libertarian side. Like, Chris, I really don't know. But I'm assuming since you came on this, you're open to libertarian ideas, and you work for the Timcast, which is pretty much on the liberty side of things. But
actually, I'm a democratic socialist.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But that's what I'm saying. We can find common ground with them because, like Democratic Socialists, they were all Bernie people, and Bernie was anti-war, which to me, is like the biggest thing about being a libertarian is non-aggression principle mostly, and being anti-war. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. What, Mitch? What the fuck are you gonna say?
I'm just waiting for you guys to get to wherever you were going. But as far as
trading Burt backs. I thought I said Burt bucks.
Oh, here we got this one that just came in. Libertarian.
Oh, that's a great pun, sir.
Oh, damn.
And that's gonna start our pun clock. We have 6 puns left for this whole episode, so use them wisely, chat. Yeah, no more. Well, you have 6 more puns. Chat. That's all we're gonna allow on this show.
And no liberty. That's too easy.
Yeah, that's taken. Lynch Mob took libertarian.
Yeah, changing the N to T is just too easy.
Too easy on puns.
Oh man.
What we got next? What we got next?
I don't know, but you said there was also some stuff as far as the trans shooter that either came up or there still hasn't been released. You were telling me about.
No, it's just that it happened because we haven't done Swampcast in like 3 weeks, so we've missed a lot of that. There was a few shootings actually. There was that one, and then I think there was like a Louisville bank shooting that happened. That was kind of wild. A lot of these shooters are turning out to be on the left side of things, which is kind of I wouldn't say it's a new development. It's been happening since like the Aurora shooting, and maybe even before that. I can remember, but yeah, just the whole trans issue is being forced into people's first, like in the front row, and I think it's just a huge distraction from all these economic dealings going on, all this foreign policy, all these foreign policy shifts that we're seeing out in Ukraine and with China making all these deals. But I don't know, because everyone says this is a distraction, but to different people, different issues are more important than others, right? So I just, with this main issue, with this shooting that happened, I think we are starting to see it's a more mental issue than a gun issue, right? And that's what we've been saying all along.
Well, what you just said right there, it's a mental thing. And if you've noticed, the push has been to, at least on the conservative side, which I am very much so like libertarian oriented, but I do feel like I lean towards the conservative side.
Mm-hmm.
You're seeing a lot of conservatives start coming out all of a sudden being for red flag laws when it comes to if you're transgender, and they use the mental health argument, and I get it. I feel like there is an argument to be made. Red flag laws, though, who's to say that somebody, just your neighbor one day doesn't start saying, oh, he's got mental health issues, go take his guns?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what's been going on here in Florida. We have a lot of Republicans in here that are like, I'm 2A friendly, but they're really the ones that implemented the red flag laws after the Parkland shooting. And that's really how we ended up getting a guy running against DeSantis as a libertarian here in Florida, because he just got autistically mad at DeSantis for not being so good on the 2A issue.
Right. Yeah.
As far as 2A goes, there was a lot to be desired with DeSantis. But at the same time, I still got to give him props for what we got recently with the bill that was passed. Even though it wasn't perfect, I would consider it kind of as like the minarchist in me that likes incrementalism, just to kind of get things pushed in a better direction, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way libertarians are going to make any progress, is incrementally, right? Realistically.
Hector, go take a victory lap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But campaign next time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, actually campaign next time. That's what I would say.
Well, I mean, shit, if DeSantis runs and there's a special election, I mean, not many people get a do-over. So
no, yeah.
See, and this kind of stuff doesn't really hit my radar because I'm not in Florida. Obviously, I came from California, born and raised. I'm very aware of like larger prolific things that comes out of Florida or really any state, but it's like the minute little details that you guys would be aware of. I don't really know about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the basically the Democratic Party down here in Florida is a shit show. It seems like from everything I have seen.
Oh, there too.
Yeah, no, I mean even more so. It's honestly downright hilarious to kind of watch.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Yeah, coming from California where it's a shit show, but the inmates are running the asylum, I can only imagine if Florida is becoming red. I can only imagine the autistic rage that they have right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm not the most well versed on 2A issues here in Florida, but 2A and guns are really governed by the whatever Nikki Fried was. She was like chair of agriculture or like the director of agriculture or whatever, because that's how the laws were written here in Florida. And she was a Democrat. She's pro medical marijuana back in the day. And the thing with that was, if you had your card, you weren't supposed to be able to get your concealed carry license, or you weren't supposed to possess a firearm due to the federal law, right? Mm-hmm. But it's just kind of looked past, you know. We still let people do it. And she's one of the Democrats that says she's for 2A, but obviously not really. But props to her for not going after the guns when she had an obvious in there. That's what I would say. It's and it's set up like that in a few other states, I believe, with the medical marijuana laws, and then the federal law obviously contradicting you being able to own a gun while having a medical marijuana license.
Yeah, I think California is like that. I know. I'm no saint. I've dabbled, but I've never gone out of my way to get a card because I've always I've been afraid in the back of my mind where I was like, you know, if they've got my name on a list, they could also, well, we don't want them to get a gun. We don't want you to do X, Y, Z, but we made it legal. Go ahead, go do it. You know, I don't trust it.
Can we get Bert to take a bong rip on the swamp creatures? Is that what's happening right now? Do you want to dabble?
Uh-oh.
No. Can we get Josh in here? Yeah, can we get Josh Vlaka in here, please?
This is when we really need Josh. Josh is another one of our hosts.
Watch him be listening to this and just pop in. Yeah.
If he did, that would just be magical. It really would.
All right.
I would have to.
He's also running for chair of the Libertarian Party of Florida. You can give him a follow. Josh Havlaka for chair.
Real quickly though, if we can go back to Nikki Fried, she's become like really
hot?
Desperate for. I mean, we've already discussed that the worst thing about Nikki Fried is also the same thing about Trump, that we heard rumors of a sex tape and it never came out.
Yeah.
Which Bert, I think you'll find this funny. The funny thing with the Nikki Fried sex tape one was, the story allegedly came out. I'm not saying this was something that was alleged, that allegedly there is a sex tape with Nikki Fried. Now then, if you're Nikki Fried and this rumor comes out, how would you address this situation? Just ignore it? I would, sure. You know, if it's not true, or if it is true, just ignore it. Have your legal people take care of it.
Yeah, either way, just don't touch it.
Go on Twitter and say that it does not exist.
Well, not that. No, for sure not that.
Well, now I kind of want to. I didn't think such a thing would exist, but now
I'm interested. Yeah.
Sort of like the Trump P tape. You have my attention.
So she denied. Exactly. She denied it.
I think she did. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Trump released a press statement, right?
Did Trump release a press statement on
with
the P tape?
Oh, years ago.
Years ago, I think he did. If he didn't, he released something in regards to Stormy Daniels, at least.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he did mention it. I don't know. He's one of those guys that no such thing as bad press.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even allegedly pissing on Russian hookers.
Yeah, but it got you to start talking about him, right?
Right.
It's fair.
So where do you see yourself going here with the Timcast? Do you see yourself like getting on there eventually, and do you see it? Sorry, you said we're not going to talk about it, but like, let's say not even Timcast. Let's say what are you passionate about? What do you see yourself doing? You know, in the years coming up.
Well, if you asked me 5 years ago, I would have just said, I don't know. I would have been comfortable doing something with writing if I could get by. And then the world went to shit. Well, very visibly in a very short amount of time went even more to shit. And I started realizing everything. What did he say?
He says you're being a cult leader.
Oh my god! If you
got this, you got the start of one.
I got the start of one.
All you need is a guy that'll let you fuck his wife. That's all you're missing, and then you can have the beginnings of a cult.
That's easier to find on the left.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I haven't had any women throwing themselves at me. I've had men throwing themselves at me.
I believe it.
The nature of the internet.
I had somebody reach out. They sent a picture. I don't know where the hell it was from. I didn't start asking questions. It was one of those post-op phalloplasty things, and it was graphic. And I opened. I'm just like, man, what the fuck? I'm turning these fucking DMs off, dude. That's what the hell, you know?
Lynch Mob, that's your second pun, and that we now have 5 more puns left. I encourage you to not use up all the puns for the whole chat. Yeah, no, I mean, you have a good following, man. It's good to see, especially from our side of things. It's good to see we can gain some traction with people. It says that the message that the Timcast is putting out, and that the libertarian message, if you will, even if you are more conservative, it works. It resonates.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like I feel like I'm libertarian oriented at default. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I found myself, like with the COVID stuff, obviously anything the government touches turns to shit. We all saw that in real time. At the same time, I know a lot of stuff is just human nature and just my experiences. I've noticed that this whole idea of statism feels like it is kind of rooted in human nature. You know what I mean? Just like, I feel like at least in our states, cities, whatever, we kind of lean towards having some kind of a system, if that makes sense. And it's like, I don't like it. I don't like what's going on. But at the same time, like, how do you really convince people to change that if it is human nature?
Yeah, someone's gonna want to control things, right?
Exactly.
In a group of people in a small society, even on an island where you got 30 or 40 people in a tribe, someone's going to be like, I need to take the lead on things because some guy's shitting everywhere. We need to have a shithole. Like, we need
like kids just, they're stranded on an island and it becomes just this fucking crazy mess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I understand that, but then there is merit to having someone push back and say, let's handle this without this big overarching over intrusive entity that we're all having to pay money into that has started wars with other tribes in other islands that we can't even fathom reaching right now.
Yeah,
Rob, my inner anarchist is like screaming right now.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, I see Michael Malice's book just sitting there staring at me right now. So
yeah,
go
that's
ahead.
Right. Yeah, no, you said like about like leading and everything too. There's also that school of thought that there's a difference between a leader and a ruler.
There is.
Yes. Fuck yeah, dude! I love that. Was that Michael Malice's phrase or?
No, I actually stole that from an old YouTube channel called Stormcloud's Gathering that the one guy who used to run it disappeared somewhere in South America. Don't know where the hell he went. But he had some good observations though, so take them where you can.
Dude, it's 100% true. A big difference between a leader and a ruler, and 9 times out of 10, these people that are vying for office, they don't want to lead. They just want to rule.
Mm-hmm.
And
even just the whole, even at your local level, that's why it's so important, because no one pays attention to the local level, and that's why it's so fucked up in most cities and counties, because whenever you go to any city hall meeting or something, they're allocating these funds. They're allocating these funds to entities and programs that have been getting these funds for a while. And if they don't spend those funds, then they get less funds the next year. So they have to spend the funds on shit like what? On shit like a parking lot that rich people go to, like at this tennis club, just for example. I'm not talking about my city or my county, of course not. But just as an example, the whole system's rotten. Even down to like whenever I was in SGA, that's how you funded the school organizations, and so it allows for terrible spending, and it allows for people to make handshake deals and lobby behind doors and create this kind of fascistic system that we have. Not to use that in a way that the left uses it, as in like white supremacist fascist, but as in the proper meaning of it, between the merging the merging of corporations and government, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. It's funny you bring that up, because as you're saying that, I'm immediately thinking of an example of a place that I lived here in Florida for a while, where the government is like, the local government is basically all ran by realtors.
Yeah.
It's like, gee, I wonder if there's any collusion going on there.
And the thing is that it's so easy. They probably just got together and they're like, hey, we could fucking take over the city council board and just make a whole bunch of money.
Nobody votes in these nobody votes in these elections anyway. We just have to bring more people.
That's why the Mises Caucus, Mitch and I are also state organizers for the Florida Mises Caucus. Shout out to the Mises Caucus, Michael Heiss and all them. That's why we always push local politics, and we're trying to get local candidates funded. And you know what? We're coming up on the hour here, so I will just say, as far as things go on the local level, fuck your lo-fi music, Mitch. Try and play us out. We got 8 more minutes, dude. I'm trying to hype what we got coming up. Yeah, go ahead. No. I'm just I figured the lo-fi would make it sound epic and cool. Like one of those synthwave soundtracks to get you pumped. But except lo-fi, which probably doesn't work. No one listens to synthwave, dude. Anyone in the chat listen to synthwave on their ride home from work today? It's gonna be a hard no, and I already know it. But
we'll come up with a pun. Give it a second.
I'm not even that guy.
Yeah, come on. We got 8 minutes for more puns, guys.
8 minutes for more puns. Anyway, as far as things go on the local level, stay tuned, because we're actually gonna have some cool stuff coming up with the Mises Caucus of Florida, and some. Well, I don't know how much we want to give away until we have like things ready to announce, but my God, it's going to be cool. So
too cool.
Anyway, do we have any puns?
I'm not seeing any in the chat.
I don't see any puns in the chat, but I know you guys were talking about local politics. Mario Presents. He's from Gays Against Groomers. He's from my hometown, and he's been doing some really great stuff in Palmdale, California.
Nice.
Just tremendous work. Shout out to Mario.
I've actually seen that page on Twitter, and I do because I'm all about individual freedom, and you want to be gay or trans, that's perfectly fine, and do all this stuff. But I kind of draw the line at kids, and I draw the line at forcing your ideologies on other people in a public manner, right? Like maybe if it was a private school for gays, like that'd be for like the LGBTQ community or whatever. I'm cool with private schools teaching all sorts of things. Maybe not to kids, obviously, but public schools obviously is a hard line.
Yeah, but what they do is they dangle the whole somebody's going to unalive themselves over your head, and it's like it's a hostage situation,
Yeah, and that's a straw man too, because statistics that I've seen and that I've heard from like people like Tim and like y'all's podcast and Matt Walsh, like there's obviously not a big change even after you get a sex change with the rate of suicide there, which is unfortunate. So it's an issue, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, that's why things are usually approached from a medical standpoint, and unfortunately people's emotions want to cloud their judgment from any sort of reason.
And then like our whole medical system just kind of screwed up in the first place anyway. And we do have like a mental health issue overall, not just within the trans community, but like troops have a huge, PTSD and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Follow Decriminalized Nature. There you go. Plug for Decriminalized Nature. Help you out with your PTSDs.
Come on, ayahuasca. Let's go, ayahuasca.
Mm-hmm. You got any plug? You got any? Am I plug? You plugging, Mitch?
Yeah, I guess I'll kick off plugs then. So go follow me on Twitter at Mitch Connor JLo, and if you want to go check out some great Liberty swag, go check out 1776swag.com. You like Luke Radowski's stuff? Go check that out. You like Timcast stuff? You'll probably like some stuff on there too.
Mitch actually made this Ron Paul Mises shirt I'm wearing right now.
Yep. And I also, Bert, I sent you some stuff of the Synthwave Timcast. That is now a sticker on there too. So
Nice.
Awesome.
Got to strike while the iron's hot, as you people know.
Yep, exactly.
Nice.
All right.
We got some live viewers in here, so I'm going to say if you're a live viewer and you haven't subscribed to Swampcast on YouTube, go ahead and hit subscribe for us. We're at 289 subscribers. We get 300. We get to get that Odyssey channel that we've been wanting for a while, Mitch. So help us out, get us to 300 real quick. As for me, I'm going to kick the Florida bar's ass in July and finally get my license. And I'm also opening up for Robbie the Fire Bernstein at the Libertarian Party of Florida convention. So if you're here in Florida, come watch that. If not, give me a follow. I'll be kicking off my comedy page here shortly. I've been developing some content in the background. I'm going to start releasing that. I'm also opening up here in Pensacola, Florida for Neil Rubenstein this Friday. So come check me out if you're in town. Hit me up in my DMs. I'm easy to reach.
Right on. Cool.
Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like,
I'm just gonna get a whole bunch of DMs. Bert.
Yeah.
I'm different.
I won't be surprised if you get that, man.
Yeah, I'm Robert. That's
Robert.
I'm
Oh, hey,
Rupert. Yeah.
Robert.
Yeah.
You're already
yeah.
like halfway there, dude.
Yeah, I'm halfway there, dude. I'm
Gotta
with
make
you.
it.
Bert crew.
Right on.
Anyway, Bert, you got any plugs?
So you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Man of Bert. It's a play on my name, Man of Bert. You can follow me, my writing at Timcast News. Follow the Timcast Discord and give these guys a follow. I'm specifically talking to all the autistic people in the chat that I think I brought over.
Nice.
Yeah, give them a follow. Give Mitch, give Rob a follow. Give Swampcast a follow. They're good dudes.
Hell yeah, thanks, brother.
Thank you.
For sure.
Anyway, it was glad to have you on for our 60th.
Glad having you on.
Was glad. I can't drink coffee in the evening anymore. Fuck. I'm like all out of whack this whole episode with that.
I was gonna say the only dude not drinking alcohol.
Cheers.
Yeah, right. Yeah, something in my gut told me I should for tonight, and I really dropped the ball. And because of that, I'm going to stick true to our swamp creature traditions. We basically have a holy, 10 commandments sort of thing. And next episode, I will have a 2-drink minimum debt.
I just had an idea. We should get the whole crew back one time and do a drink minimum. We should do a drink minimum drag show with Bud Lights.
Jesus Christ.
Bob, you're a madman.
Oh my
God.
God.
I just want to pay to see Tim with a terrible wig that splits down the middle, dirty blonde wig with his mustache and shit, and just red lipstick on him. That's all I want to see in this.
Tim
show.
is the most southern person on this show.
He would never do it, but if we get super chats
on me.
If we get super chats, he might. You never know. You never know.
Money might change things.
This gets around to Leighton. Leighton might make a meme with Tim with the wig and makeup anyway. So we'll just put that out there.
Well, people, if you want to help us out, stay tuned in the future. And if we get Tim on here, drop some super chats and let him know that you want him to do drag.
Tim's already doing it. Yeah, Tim's already talking about doing one, right? Not to we can run over a couple minutes. I've been listening to Timcast, and he's even Jeremy from the Quartering, which I know there was a little thing there for a while. I started following. Jeremy.
Really, what happened? Tell me.
Yeah, you know. So you probably know way more, and I'd like to pick your brain on it. But they're both talking about doing drag shows just to combat this whole thing where there's drag shows with children, which is obviously fucked. So
I thought you were talking about our Tim.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Tim Pool.
No, I was going for Swamp Creature Tim.
Oh,
I was imagining like this, like Tim.
Yeah, no, Tim has actually gone
putting that lipstick on me.
Yeah, for those of you who know Tim, he's actually gone full gay Tim.
Full gay Tim.
Yeah.
We'll troll him back on
full gay Tim.
Yeah, we're gonna troll him back into being a host on here.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna troll Tim to getting him back on. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week at convention. Later.
Yeah, we'll see you at convention, Hector. Don't be posting at the end of the show.
Damn.
Cheers.